Sometimes I don't know how to start a video, so I just kind of freeze. Anyway, if any of you have any suggestions for how you'd like me to introduce the video, what kind of introduction stuff you'd like to see, comment down below and you'll get a shout out next week or next time I make a video. And try and keep it simple, all right? I don't want to have to go and commission a theme song or anything like that, but just ways that, I can make an introduction that's consistent and interesting and really draws in viewers. All right, and you'll get a shout out in the next video. I think it's a pretty fair deal. Um, so where do we start with this? All right, I think as most of you can tell, the world is in kind of a hard place right now. There's a lot of conflict. A lot of people are fighting. A lot of exploitation of other people. People taking advantage of one another. In some parts of the world, like every day you literally wake up and you have to fight to survive or to stay alive. Other parts of the world, they put too much cream in your coffee and then it tastes a little like too creamy. And that's also a challenge. But the point is, the common thread that kind of binds everyone together is that everyone is fighting a battle of some sort. Everyone has their own unique struggle, their own unique challenge, and their own difficulty that they're facing. And it's not always easy to exist as a human, and it's not always easy to live in this space that's so fraught with peril, and this space where there's so much uncertainty, about the future and about what comes next. And I think that when we're young, we all have kind of expectations about where our life is going to go, or what the world is, or what people are, what humanity is. And as we get older, I think a lot of those expectations are tempered, and we realize that the world maybe isn't the place that we thought it was. That um, that bad things happen. That there is malice in the universe, and not everyone will have kind of a happy ending. So, for that reason, and to try and help humanity kind of cope with the difficulties that we face, with our own inner, our own battles that we struggle with, our inner demons, all that stuff. Whatever higher power created this universe, whether you believe in God or something else, whatever power willed the universe into existence, realized this and was generous enough to give us chocolate. All right. So I love chocolate. Chocolate for me, and I think for a lot of other people, is both something we eat when we're happy and when we're sad. When we want to reward ourselves, and also when we want to process some kind of sorrow. It's a comfort food and it's a victory food, right? You can put chocolate in just about anything. There's people who dip like French fries in like chocolate, like ice cream or whatever. Chocolate ice cream is the thing. You can mix chocolate and ice cream to make chocolate ice cream. Chocolate covered fruit exists, right? Like you've seen those chocolate covered strawberries, those are really good. People put chocolate on like other chocolate. You know what I mean? Like you have chocolates that chocolate chip cookies are a thing too. So the point is, I'm trying to get at is that chocolate is truly one of the greatest, inventions that humanity has. Obviously, it comes from cocoa beans that was, a gift of this earth to humanity, and we made it and we just turned it into something that's sensational and that's phenomenal. And I don't know if there's a better manifestation of, mankind's love for chocolate and mankind's desire, to master chocolate and turn it into a form that's just pure pleasure for the human taste bud and for the human mind than what we're talking about today. That is, of course, the hostess cupcake. All right, chocolate flavor. I think there's other flavors too. I think there's a vanilla one, but if you have chocolate, why would you ever choose vanilla? I don't know, like vanilla just kind of tastes like when you say something's vanilla, you're not trying to say it's good or it's exceptional or anything. It's vanilla. So again, I think that these exist in vanilla. There's vanilla cupcakes too, vanilla ice cream. People try to do with vanilla what they did to chocolate. There's some very bad people in the world who actually enjoy vanilla, and who think vanilla is something that's worth like consuming, worth spending your money on. And I don't understand those people because to me, vanilla just tastes like you know, like butter, like almost nothing. It's just kind of like a sweet, like almost sugary butter type thing. And I'm just not for that. Like I have no problem with vanilla as a complement to something, like putting a vanilla icing on a cupcake. That's like a chocolate cupcake or something else is fine. But putting vanilla on top of vanilla, or like a vanilla cake, where it's like cake isn't that tasty, but I mean it is tasty, but you know what I mean. It's not flavorful. But then you're putting an icing that's not as flavorful on it either. It's like who would do that? Why would anyone do that? What kind of like cruel souls and empty lives do these people inhabit that they love vanilla? All right. So in this battle, and it is a battle. It's a battle of wills. It's a battle of the spirit. It's a battle of the soul. It's a battle of intellect. It's going to be a physical battle one day too. Chocolate versus vanilla. Just so you know, those of us who are on Team Chocolate, we're in the right, and we are solidly, correct. We can rest assured that we've made the moral decision. For those of you who can't eat chocolate because you have like an allergy or whatever, or like lactose intolerant, then that's fine. Like, you guys are kind of exempt. You're, you have a guaranteed, you're fine. You don't have to participate in this. Don't worry. Do your own thing. But to the rest of you, if you are physically able to consume chocolate without getting sick, if you're not allergic, if you don't have any conditions that impede you from eating it, then it is your duty as a human, as a citizen of this earth, as part of the very cosmic thread that unites all beings, all life, all creation, all existence in the universe. It is your duty to enjoy chocolate in as many different ways as possible and to really, really embrace this gift the earth has given us and fuck vanilla. All right, so let's start the review of the hostess cupcakes. All right, so these were pretty valuable when I was growing up. There's people who just trade their whole lunches for this. Like they'd have a little sandwich or some leftovers, and they'd willingly give that up, give up their whole meal, their sustenance for the day, for one of these. All right, this was kind of the great equalizer on the playground. It's inexpensive enough that the poor kids can afford it, and they can have it, and they can carry around their cupcakes. But it's also like addicting and good enough that the rich kids want it too. It's not just poor people food. It's rich kid, poor kid. It's just good kid food in general. And again, this is one of those pastries where I want to see if it's hype or if it actually holds up. Is this cupcake? Are we just hyping it up because of what we remember when we were kids and we had these on the playground, or is there actually something there? Right. So let's start off with the packaging. So the packaging, as you can see, I dig this. All right, I really dig this. It's bright, it's colorful. Look at the cupcakes font. It's so wacky. Right? You see that? It's wacky. It kind of it's not a straight line. It just whacks all over the place. And there's just very wacky fonts here. Like the chocolate is nice and big, and it's like on a little slope, but it's curved too. Fun pack, amusement, or amusant, that's French. Hostess in the corner there. Like some very bright, popping reds and blues. You have the little pastry in the front too, and it has like a bite taken out of it. It's like a perfect bite. You see like the little filling in there, and again, vanilla or whatever they use, cream is fine as a filling. Yeah, I'm just really happy with this. Even like you see on the side, they have little confettis there or whatever, like little dots that kind of look like confetti. It's like a party. This thing is inviting you to party, all right? And when you invite me to party, let me tell you, I'm gonna show up. All right. You get the top. Okay, it says something on the top. It says, at hostess, putting a smile on your face with sweet, yummalicious. Yeah, they use the word yummalicious. Treats that make your day just that little bit better is our mission. Listen to that. God damn it, I love corporate America. A lot of companies, they won't put a mission statement like that, right? But when you get a gem like hostess, a company that tells you how much they care about you, how they want you to have a little bit of a better day with a yum malicious treat, that's dedication. And it continues. It says, with scrumptious treats like Twinkies and cupcakes, again, scrumptious. Listen to this language, scrumptious, yum malicious. Yeah, how often do you see that? celebrations are a piece of cake, and they end it with like a little pun. That's brilliant. This is incredible. The back, get your ingredients there, nutritional facts. Uh, let's be honest, if you're eating one of these, you're not caring about the nutritional facts, right? So I'm not going to read them, but just know it's maybe not the healthiest thing. So this outer packaging, this is really strong. You know, it makes me feel welcome, makes me feel inviting, makes me feel like I want to like hug the thing, right? And like just embrace it. And I think that's that's part of the appeal, right? You go to the grocery store, imagine you're a kid or you're with your kid or whatever, and they see this and it's so bright and colorful and inviting. They're gonna want to buy it. All right, let's move on. So now we open it up. Right, nice and easy to open up. Oh no. Oh no. This is what I think it is. So I don't remember this. When I was younger, I remember you'd have like one of these in a package. But now, and I kid you not, when you open it up, you have two in a package. All right, wow. And then you can see them here, little hostess cupcakes. We'll put these aside. They're all neatly packed in there again. There's 3 of these 2-packs, so 6 in total. Yep, I'm right. And they all come in individual, or I guess pairs in plastic. So packaging, presentation, general, I like this a lot. This product makes me feel happy. I'm gonna give this a solid 8 out of 10. The materials aren't great, and this leaves a bit to be desired, but I like it. It's cool. All right, now the part you've been waiting for. Hostess cupcake. Okay, let's open it up. Nice and easy to open up. It's not going to be a challenge for any of you, unless you're idiots. All right, look at that. Wow. So, a few things here. All right, when you touch it, it's very soft. It almost melts into your hand. It's like it's almost like a memory foam, but a pastry. It feels like it's conforming to the way that I'm holding it, and that just makes it so much easier to hold. All right, the nice chocolate smells really good. It smells like brownies or something, right? Or like cupcakes. I guess is a better comparison. It's literally in the name. It smells good. You have this little layer here. This like I don't know what it's called, but it's not a fondant, but like a thing. Anyway, it has a little chocolate thing. I'm not going to tell you how it tastes yet, but there. And some icing or whatever in like little loops, so like you have the soft chocolate bread here, another layer of chocolate, and then I think this might be chocolate. I'm not sure, but like chocolate icing, like loops. All right, so this is a very good looking pastry. This is a lot more elegant than I remember. All right, you could probably go to Paris or something and pay like 10 euros for something like this, but you get a box of them for a lot less than that. All right, look at that. Look, I even kind of crushed it a little bit, and I wasn't even like holding it that hard. Oh, that's just how well it conformed to like my fingers when I was holding it. Like it's like a memory foam. I'm telling you, it's like a memory foam for your finger, and this is so pleasurable. I don't even really want to like eat the thing. Just want to kind of hold it up and admire it. All right. So this is a really nice looking pastry. If we take just the presentation of this pastry, this would be a solid 10. All right, this is what companies should strive to have in their processed pastry. All right, so there's some crumbs falling down. I guess that means it's time to take a bite. All right. Mm. Oh, mm, 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 mm. Oh my. Oh, oh. Mm. Oh. Oh. Oh my god. Mm. 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 Whoa. So as you saw, I finished that in 2 bites and change. So this is not a snack that will last very long. But when you do eat it, Oh my god, it's an experience. There's like almost like imagine a mosh pit, but it's a mosh pit full of ballerinas. All right, there's like hundreds of ballerinas in a mosh pit, and they're all trying to like crash into each other, and they're all like packed close together, but they're ballerinas, so they're doing like these fancy dances and like twirls, and there's a lot of grace to it, and a lot of beauty, and they're weaving in between, the whatever empty spaces exist in the mosh pit, but it's still a mosh pit. Everything's still like close together. That's what eating a hostess cupcake is like. There is like this sort of aggressive, crowded taste to it, to all those different layers of chocolate that kick in at the same time when you take a bite. The three different layers. There's an interplay there. Like the bottom layer is very dominant, but there is an elegance to like that top layer of icing that you're taking a bite out of at the same time too. And it's like it's a dance that's going on in your mouth, a very tasteful dance. But at the same time, there's just like this raw kind of like power to it. And then you hit icing. All right. So there you can see there's icing in here, or like a filling, like a cream. So after you hit that, it's like, damn, for this second that almost feels like an eternity, there's like the mosh pit of ballerinas just gracefully ebbing and flowing, but all crowded together and all tight. And then you hit the cream. And when you hit that cream, it's just, it's like a revelation. It's like a really bright light. It's just shining and, revealing the wisdom of the universe to you. And, you know, then you're getting more chocolate and cream and filling, and all these flavors are just kind of, you know, they become one. They become the hostess cupcake. And it's greater than the sum of its parts. Like each part individually probably wouldn't be that exceptional. But the way that this flavor comes together in your mouth, and the way that there's, imagine an explosion, but like a very slow motion explosion, where you see like where you can see the actual blast growing and growing and growing, and it's in slow motion. And you feel that in your mouth, and it's overwhelming. I don't know. This is this is a lot to take in right now. I don't know if mere mortals, like myself, can ever truly explain what they've managed to capture and how they've managed to create a treat, like this, right? And the fact that we exist in a world where, these aren't some delicacy for kings. This isn't something that is going to cost you, millions of dollars to get. There's no like hidden curse that you have to master to eat one of these. It's like you can just go to a store and buy this and eat it. Oh, just need another bite. And anybody can buy these basically. Like there's no law saying that you can't if you're a specific person. So we live in a world where this treasure exists, and where this is something that's accessible, and where millions of people each day, maybe tens of millions, buy these and eat them and just have like, they say they want to make your day that a little bit better. It's just made my day a little bit better. Like this is a nice yummy treat. It's scrumdiddlyumptious or whatever they call it, and I love it. I'm all here for this. So the taste test, you guys probably guessed, I am confident in giving the hostess cupcake a perfect 10. Yeah, this is what oh, this is what a processed pastry should be. All right. This is not processed or mass producing mediocrity. This is mass producing perfection. It's like an assembly line of miracles, all right? Like, kind of like the Hyundai Elantra factory where they make Hyundai Elantras. It's just how do they make perfection on an assembly line? Well, Hyundai Elantra's figured it out, and Hostess Cupcake has figured it out. Yeah, so even though there is all this strife in the world and all this difficulty and hardship, and people who are always fighting with each other, people, at war, people using each other, exploiting each other, people degrading other people. Even though all that exists, it's like, take a second and think that we as a species, we've accomplished this, accomplished other stuff too, like space travel and, like cell phones and whatnot. But this is something special. I believe that the hostess cupcake is really like the key to a brighter future for humanity. I think if more of us could just slow down, take the time to appreciate, this little miracle for what it is, the world would be a much better place. Anyway, so overall, the design is excellent, presentation is excellent. Um, Honestly, like, there's not too much I can say to criticize this. Uh, I, I am confident, very confident, in giving the hostess cupcake as a processed pastry a 10 out of 10, a perfect 10. All right, it's rare that that happens. This is really what a processed pastry should be. This is the standard to which all other pastries will be held from now on. All right, not only that, it's the standard to which humanity will be held. So think about this, all right? If you, as a human being, dear viewer, any of you as human beings, myself as a human being, anyway, if a human being can't live up to the standard set by the hostess cupcake, then you're failing as a human. And you need to really go back and do something to fix your life. However, if you are a human being who is at that standard, if you're somebody who's, an exceptional person, a good person, then I invite you to go and buy a box of these for yourself. All right, till next time.